Hello, it is Nadia. This is day 43 of 90 in the Darren LaCroix Challenge. I am still making my way through this 90 days and I am getting back on my horse, trying to make a video every day for 90 days. Probably will end up extending beyond that, but we'll see what happens when I can just finally get to 90. So I have an announcement of sorts. As many of you know, I have this goal of finishing my screenplay by August 1st, and I just started really fine-tuning it today. So I've started writing it. I've downloaded Scrivener, which is what writing gurus say is the must-have software for writing anything of length. So I've started toying around with that, learning how to use that program, and I've been doing my character. Hi, Amanda. Hello, my Save the World sister. Hello, my green circle sister. Hope you are well. You're the perfect person because I'm talking about my movie. And I believe it was you that said you produce movies. Okay, so I've been starting my screenplay. I am starting to fine-tune the characters. It's just such a different frame of mind that I have to be in writing a screenplay versus writing the book. The book, you're writing dialogue, but you're writing more of what the characters feel, whereas in a screenplay, you're writing what the viewer sees. So you're describing, are they in the car, out the car, in the building, out the building, or is the camera moving? Is it still? I just have to have myself in a completely different frame of mind. And so I've been really trying to hash that out. And also, thankfully, when I started writing the book, I did start fleshing out characters already because I believe completely in that. And I'd read that before, if you're writing something and you're going to have somebody eventually be an actor, they need some background information of who this character is so that they know how to portray the feelings and the actions. Even if all of that background information doesn't necessarily come into play in the script or on screen, they're acting the way they do because of whatever's in this person's past. So I had already started fleshing out the background anyway, but now I'm diving more into who each character is, what their likes, dislikes, idiosyncrasies, what their mannerisms are, and that's quite a feat. And I'm also going to try to answer some of those questions that a lot of you had who read the book. A lot of you want to see the court case, which I really think that could be its own movie, but I really didn't, anticipate having to write it out. I really hoped to meet John Grisham and have him help me write that second part out. But if that doesn't happen, maybe we can touch on that in the screenplay. That was pretty much everyone's number one question. They wanted to know about that lawsuit. The funeral home is suing Hope. Hope is suing the funeral home back. And it's just a big old dramatic mess. Because they won't just admit, okay, well, yeah, we obviously did something wrong because we thought we were about to bury you and you're still here. So, if there's for some reason they're still suing her. It's kind of funny. But anyway, I've been thinking about what the characters should look like because that's obviously going to be a big part of drawing up the character descriptions and the profiles. And so I've decided that my characters need to be, famous because that will help get a buzz. So somehow I just have to put myself in Hollywood and meet all these big wigs. So the father is really not addressed in the book and doesn't really have any lines, any dialogue. There is a father figure there in my mind, but he's silent because he's not effective as a father, just emotionally absent, etc. So in my mind, the father character, hold on to your britches. Okay, in my mind, the father character is played by Samuel Jackson, but he has no lines. It's all facial expressions. Anytime he's on the screen, you can tell what he's feeling and thinking based on what he looks like, but he has no relationship with his daughter. So even in these trying times, he literally has nothing to say because they've never formed a real bond. So he's just kind of there in figure, which is so true for many people in the world. I believe that's what Iyanla calls fatherless daughters. Even if you know who your father is, if he's really just been unavailable to you or for you, you're in a sense fatherless because you didn't get the love or the emotional connection or whatever that you need. So I thought it would be brilliant to have him, if it's fleshed out correctly, just have him do facial expressions. I don't know if he would ever agree to that, but I think it would be fun. It'd be a nice twist. And it would certainly be an easy day at work for him because his facial expressions are iconic and have a life all their own. Okay, so for the mom, because I love her so much, I think the mom needs to be, hold on to your britches one more time. Okay, so the mom needs to be Phylicia Rashad, because she has such a range. Now, I kind of separate her into like two people. Like, I affectionately call her Mama Claire, and it doesn't matter what she's doing. She's on screen. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 2 hours. She's there to teach you something. She's the voice of reason. Normally, she is just kind of that mom figure. Like, we grew up with her being most of our moms, pseudo moms through the TV. And then even in the other things that she's done in life, for Colored Girls, Creed, she's just that voice of reason. So that's the Phylicia Rashad. That's Phylicia. Then lately we got introduced to Fifi. I call her Fifi. Like Empire stealing babies, Fifi, because that's not Phylicia Rashad. That's like a departure. So we need Fifi. Okay, I don't want to fall off my little couch here. I'm on a little bench. Okay, I almost fell. All right, so we need the Fifi character in this role. Because in this role, like, everybody that I've talked to about this book, like literally everybody hates the mom. Like, one person was like, just throw the whole family away. Several people have asked me about my own family. I'm like, this is not my own family. This is the characters in the book. But I think that she still could carry that off well. Like that part in the bowling alley where she's like, I can't believe you didn't let me keep the furniture that we stole from you. And people were just like, what? I think she would carry off that callousness well, because we've seen another side of her with her Empire role. So you've got Samuel Jackson as the dad. You've got Phylicia Rashad as the mom. So you need somebody in the middle who blends their features and kind of blends their personality with like a feistiness and a quietness, and can be sweet, but can be hell. So for the lead character, for Hope Ham, I've chosen Divine Randolph. Maybe not a name you know, but probably a face you know. So if anybody saw Dolomite Is My Name, she's the female lead who was crazy amazing in that movie. And I'm like, she's perfect. She's a natural girl. She's got this big curly hair. She's a plus size girl. I don't want any skinny light skinned person coming in trying to play the lead role. Like, I want this to be like a black film of a black family. And I just think she's perfect. And I think she kind of blends their features really well, because Samuel Jackson obviously is dark skinned. Phylicia Rashad is pretty caramel skin, and she's just like a smidge darker. And I just think she would embody every part of the role. Like, she can be very sweet, but obviously she can be hella feisty. So I think that would be perfect. So that's as far as I've gotten so far with characters. Of course, Hope has two brothers. You don't get to see a whole lot about them, and well, you don't get to read a whole lot about them in the book, but definitely flesh them out more in the movie. And the father doesn't really have a bond with them either. So, you know, there's one brother that doesn't have any children. There's suspicion that he may be gay, but he's never come out the closet, and that's going to be like, a head bumping for that father and son character relationship. And then the other son that's got like his wife and all his kids have like names with the same letters or whatever. Like, I see those families all the time, and I'm like, please stop it. But but I thought that would be funny to add to the book, so I did. So he's got like this model family, and the Hope's father has more of a relationship with his grandkids, because even when parents suck, aren't they better grandparents than they are parents? That just always seems to be the way. So I don't have anyone in mind for the two brothers and the extended cast yet, but the main cast, the main three, I think that will be a brilliant start to it. As far as who would direct or produce the movie, I have no idea of that yet. Basically, like anybody that like reads it, likes it, and calls me back when I start shopping it out to people. But that's kind of what makes me nervous, because you never know like who's going to show interest. Like I can sit here and list a whole bunch of people that I think would be great, but at the end of the day, it really takes like who's interested, who's going to put money behind it. Will this happen anytime soon? Who knows? I would hope so, but there's a lot of behind the scenes that goes into getting a movie on the screen. But anyway, that's just kind of what I've been thinking about today. And if you guys have suggestions, those of you that have read the book, I would love to know, like when you read it, what did you see? What did you feel? Who did you think to be playing these cast members? And if you've read it and you have not already done so, please leave a review on Amazon, because that is so important to authors. Like the more reviews that we get, the more that Amazon puts you in like a higher algorithm and bumps up your book a little more, advertises it a little more. And it is still on Barnes and Nobles. Not many people have bought it off Barnes and Nobles. That's fine, but I'm still working to get it nationally distributed in Barnes and Nobles. I can't figure out their website for anything, so I'm just gonna mail my book in tomorrow. Like they have all these requirements to upload the book and try to get it like distributed, and I'm just like, I have no clue what this is, like Chinese. Like I'm not a graphic designer. I have no idea what you're asking. So thankfully there's an option to mail in the book. So I'm just gonna mail it in and to headquarters and see what happens with that. But if you haven't already picked up Woke Up Dead, it is available on Amazon Prime. I know a couple people reached out to me today, ordered it, said they would get it tomorrow. Most of the time, depending on where you are, it's 2 days, but some people it's 1 day. And it's on Kindle and Nook. So you can get the electronic copy, or the book is, here's the book actually right here. That wasn't even planned, but for those of you who have never seen the cover, here's my book, Woke Up Dead by Nadia.gilkes. Very quick read. It's only like 100 pages. So on this holiday, you can download it right now and be done reading it by tonight. And then when you go to work, you can have a funny story. So that's where I'm at. So look for snippets of the screenplay. If I don't like pass out first from congestion, look for snippets of the screenplay. And for those of you who've read it, again, I would love to hear more of your thoughts, more of your feedback. Like I said, I know the court case really hit home with people. People wanted to know what happened there. Wasn't sure if there were any more pieces that you may have had questions about, but I would love to hear it while I am rewriting this so that I can maybe work that into the movie, because I don't want anyone walking away from a movie with unanswered questions unless I just really plan to like jump this into like a second movie. And like I said, I really think the court case can stand on its own as a movie, because John Grisham does that so well. We've seen court cases play out so well, being the crux of the movie. So we'll see what happens with that. And I think people wanted to know where Hope ended up, or what happened on the road trip, or where did she go. I guess I'll have to figure that part out too. But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your President's Day extended weekend. For those of you who are off today, for those of you who are here in Nevada, it is caucus week. We do have early voting here in Nevada, so please, if you are a Democrat, feel free to go ahead and caucus. Your vote matters, especially in the caucus pre-election voting. So I'm actually still undecided. Like I thought I had decided, and then I read some things, I heard some things, and now I'm back to undecided. So, this is the time to vote your heart. Like no matter who gets the nomination, I am likely going to vote for. The only person I would really have a problem voting for is Michael Bloomberg. I pray that he does not buy himself a nomination, because I would really have a hard time voting for him. Like this would probably be the first time as an adult that I wouldn't vote if it came down to Bloomberg and Trump. So aside from that, I'm voting blue no matter who. So I like a lot of what Tom Steyer says. I just don't think he has the name recognition to beat Trump. And I've always liked Warren. I also don't think that she has the chutzpah to beat Trump. I don't know. I'm not super impressed with any of the nominations we have, quite honestly, but I will vote for whoever aside from Bloomberg, because they definitely will be better than who we have in office now. So anyway, that's my spiel. I believe in voting. If you're in Southern Nevada, this is our week. Nevada is up. We do have early voting, so Google, check your website, see where your locations are. You can go anywhere in the state for early voting. If you wait until Saturday the 22nd, then you are going to have to go to the location nearest to your home. So make those arrangements accordingly. Don't miss it. This is definitely the time where your vote counts. You get, I believe, 3 votes. So you get to list your top 3 candidates, and then they do something magical behind the scenes and tell us who Nevada chose. So get out there and vote, and we will see what happens on Saturday. And feedback on the book, continue to let me know how you liked it. And I thank you for watching. Have a great day.